Good afternoon, everyone. KFC now selling pieces of chicken it's never used before to combat rising costs. 12% increase in food costs for this food giant. And a problem with the Met Office statement in the UK of the hottest Easter ever. Oh, they forgot that 2011 was actually warmer. How did they miss that? Going to start you over here with Yum out of China. KFC selling parts of chicken it never used before to try to boost earnings due to rising costs. Now, you never would have thought in the grand solar minimum that food prices would have risen. Here is a perfect example, a food giant having difficulty procuring on a mass scale bulk chicken, yet their food prices still rose. So what is it for you and I, the end buyer in a supermarket, going to have the effect on our purchasing power? They try to trace it down to the outbreak of avian swine flu. Oh, sorry, this is a chicken, it's a bird, not a pig. Good excuse deflection. And during the earnings report here off of Bloomberg, they come out and say, well, some sort of ingredient that probably has not been used before is the direction that KFC is going to try to raise that bottom line. But looking over here at the operating margin, it shrunk from 20.6 to 18.7%. All right, so we're going to make that an even 2. But you have to realize in the retail market, they're going to double that. So that's a minimum 4% increase for you and I on the street. Now, speaking of the street, Yum China Holdings beat the earnings per share estimate. Initial estimates were 9 cents, beating at 12 cents, and then after hours trading up, they're looking around $38 a share now. But here's the thing, they're trying to deflect and say paper costs are deriving part of the total expenditure rises. What? Are you telling me that they didn't know what the paper costs were? It's the food cost. Again, they're deflecting. Mainstream media deflection about your rising food prices. And a quick break for our sponsor here, TrueLeafMarket.com, Heirloom and Organic Seeds. Rising food costs mean you're going to have to start growing some of your own food to supplement the vegetable costs of either inavailability due to supply chain breakdowns or just the cost itself rising as we move forward into this grand solar minimum. Right now is planting season. I highly encourage you to either download the guides on how to sprout or grow different types of vegetables. Buy some of the seeds here. Remember, every purchase you make helps keep ADAPT 2030 on air, bringing you information just like this. And you need to, I don't care if you just go buy seeds at your local Home Depot or wherever you go to, your nursery, wherever it is. Buy something this year, plant it, and experiment. This is going to be a necessary skill set moving through, and I wish you the best of luck. The link's in the description box below. True Leaf Market, Heirloom and Organic Seeds. Now moving over to the Met Office in the UK. A few problems with their hottest Easter ever report that so quickly was released. Now, for starters, that Easter on April 22nd was only the 12th time in 208 years that it's been this late. Nice cherry pick. In addition, I don't know how this glaring error was put into the UK media, but it was warmer in 2011. Was that oversight or just global warming, CO2 tax dishonesty in play? I'll let you decide. And the report goes on. The warm African air, the hottest Easter ever. And I love how in that first paragraph in the second sentence, it's a welcome reprieve from what has been an otherwise cold month. But anyway, here you are. I did a report on this about the eye visible over the Atlantic, but I didn't know I even picked up this same jet stream here for the article. I put the arrows there. You can see that African air being drawn up. That's what caused the warm temperatures across the UK during the event. But Britain's record hot spring, well, it was actually warmer in 1893 than it was this time as well. So that's the second glaring error about this all-time hottest temperature ever during the same days. So the spring of 1893 was the hottest and driest on record. And guess what? They're repeating the exact same circumstance in April 2019. Now, I wonder if this has anything to do with solar activity, because as we look here at the butterfly diagram sunspot averages, I put those orange arrows in there so you could see it pretty easily. Left side orange arrow, 1893 referenced in the article. Right side where we are, 2019. Oh, look at the solar activity is nearly identical. So I've left links below so you can chase down the butterfly diagram yourself, see what you think about solar activity driving the climate on our planet. As well, a glimpse into polar portal. Somebody said, David, ice is melting all over Greenland. It's melting so much faster. It's so hot. It's the hottest year ever. Okay. May 1st, 2019, May 2nd, 2013, side by side, Greenland melting. Please pause the screen, take a look at this, and see if you believe it is melting this year more or less later in the season. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. If you want more commentary and information on the Grand Solar Minimum Mini Ice Age Conversations podcast, jump over to Libsyn, subscribe to the feed, and I'm also going to be putting out my new Mini Ice Age Conversations podcast app. But until that time, stay locked into the feed and join me on Mind's free speech platform, where every single post I put is actually rolling through your feed so you can get it uncensored. And I'll see you next video.